Hello, my friends. I want to speak to you a little bit about some of my personal, um, you know, what I know personally about gemstone therapies. I've been basically studying gemstone therapy since I was just a child. Um, I don't know all there is to know about it. I learn something new about it every day. But in my meditation just recently, um, I had seen a vision of these ancient spirit men, or fire, what they call to be the spirit men or the firemen. They were shamans, and these people were all over the place on every continent. Had its own, and every nation had their own similar and yet a little bit different type of shamans. What I've seen in this type of therapy that they did, though, um, they built these what I consider to try and kind of define it from what I've seen. It was like um, crystal reflections and refractions, where the sunlight would shine through these slates that they made, and there were different type of crystals like blue obsidians, aventurines, um, golden quartzes, azeztulite, aquamarines, just these slates that they would have laid out in these frames, and the sunlight would shine through them, and they would look into the sunlight that shine through them, and it was like crystal visions therapy. So apparently, when the light shines through a crystal, it's a whole lot different stuff going on um, than we know about. And I found this to be really neat. There was a therapy. It was used in meditations. It was used in various types of healing practices. And so I took the ancient approach that I had seen in my vision, and I applied it to something that was what I consider to be kind of like the modern approach and the modern application of ancient shamanism and new shamanism. And so I'm a shaman, a new shaman, and I want to show you what I discovered. If you take a crystal and you pulverize it into powder, down into dust. So basically what you would need, I'll show you a few tools. First of all, in order to powderize a crystal by striking it with a hammer on a striking plate, a bronze striking plate, or a steel or metal striking plate of any type, you need to have a pair of safety glasses and a dust mask, so that you won't breathe any of the crystal dust, and you don't want it to be irritating your lungs, or any of it should, forbid, fly up into your eye and cause you any eye problems. So basically, let's look at it really fast. I'm gonna put the microphone down here. So we got here, this is a bronze metal striking plate. As you can see down in here, I use a hammer and I grind around and I strike crystals. Like, here's a crystal. This happens to be a crystal that I put on there. Alright, now like I said, I named some different crystals. There's all sorts of crystals: rose quartz crystal, blue obsidian, green aventurine. There's all sorts of crystals, and you can actually experiment with your own formulas and see what works best for you. And I'd like to know, like, what type of results you're getting. So don't be afraid. Just feel free to leave me messages about this type of stuff, what you think about it. But you take this little crystal right here, and you take yourself a hammer, like this one I have on the side here. Let's take it off. Take your hammer, and you kind of make a little circle around it with your thumb and your middle finger, index finger, whatever feels good for you. Then you just strike down on top of this until you get little shards, and then you take it away, take the crystal off, leave the little shards on, and then you just keep on pounding around on the shards until they're kind of powder, sand, and then you just move the hammer around like so to make powder out of it. So there's imaginary powder that's supposed to be in here right now. Okay, then what you do, you get yourself just a light, a regular 60-watt bulb light, and you take a little bit of powder out of this little, like the bee powder in here. You take it and you get a little dab of it on your finger. Here's the imaginary powder on my finger. And you take the light that we talked about, you take it out. Of course, this light right here is inside of a, as you can see, this light is inside of a fixture. So we're not going to do that with this, but you would basically turn the light off and get a little bit of, let's turn the light back on for a second so I can show you some of the materials you'll need. You get a little bit of hold on for a minute. This right here is just clear. You want to make sure you have crystal clear. In other words, this is ultra cover clear, gloss clear paint. It's just regular paint. As you can see, I've kind of cut this one open because and don't do that, because that would explode and it could cause damage. Just spray the paint a little bit on your finger at a time. And so I'm going to actually reach down in this for a second. Get a little bit of paint out of here so you can see what I'm talking about. See, I'm going to hold up my finger to the light. I'm going to hold my finger up to the light. You can see that little bit of gloss on the tip of my finger. So you would basically get that gloss, come to your light. Now the light would not be in the fixture, remember, it would just be in your hand. So the light would be off. Get a good look at this. Now here's my same finger that I've got the stuff on. Alright, and I would just kind of dab it in different places on this light, just kind of dab it and kind of move it around like that. Then I would take, once again, I would take one of these, remember the dust, the crystalline dust would be in here. I would dab my finger on it and get a good amount of dust on the finger. Then I would dab that, those small crystalline dust-like particles onto the actual 60-watt light bulb in different places. Not completely cover. Don't want to completely cover it, but just put it on there, and then the light will shine through those little crystal matrix dust particles and give you a crystal, basically a crystal therapy, vision therapy, so that when you look anywhere, like look into the light or look around, just have the light around you. Like I have this one here. This one's been modified and I'm feeling really good from it. The combination I used with this particular light was green aventurine, rainbow stone, black rainbow stone, and silver. Silver was ground into the mixture as a silver powder. So I used silver, black rainbow stone, and green aventurine to give me this light kind of therapy that I'm receiving right now. And I just wanted to share it with all of you because I thought it was really neat. I'm going to pick back up the microphone again. I think I've said about all there is to say about this. Again, the only way that I can really describe it is light therapy, crystal light vision therapy. And so through shining the light of a 60-watt bulb or 40-watt, whatever watt bulb, through this these crystals, you can create a mood that is only, it is better felt than described, because me trying to describe it is really difficult to do. The light is definitely affecting me differently. It's a positive thing that's happening, and I wanted to share it with you. So I hope you enjoyed this Crystal Visions reflective light therapy and refractive light therapy, because the light is actually going through those crystals and it's becoming a totally different type of light. It's a really healing light. as opposed just to, to it shining through the glass, glass is basically melted sand. So it helps, but when you add those crystals to it, you'll see the big difference. I hope you appreciate it, my friends. I do. I appreciate all of you here on my YouTube and over at my Twitter and on my Facebook channels. Thank you, and blessings. Find you and stay with you. I will talk to you again in the near future. Thank you.